Here are their events that have been canceled or postponed. Honda LPGA Thailand, the HSBC Women's World Championship, Blue Bay LPGA Volvic Founders Cup, the Kia Classic, and of course, to their first major, the ANA Inspiration. Let's hear from Commissioner Michael Whan on everything that's been going on.
The two decisions we've made to cancel events, one back in late January and one obviously today, were completely different. I mean, back in late January, this was a brand new thing, and I think we probably canceled more out of uncertainty than certainty. We weren't sure. It started in China. There was cases showing up in Singapore and Thailand. So just because we didn't know what we were dealing with, we just decided to make that decision. Hindsight, thank God we did. But if I was being honest with you, it wasn't because we had all the information. Now, if you jump forward to today, with a crisis management team meeting virtually every day, I mean, you're just full with a lot more data. At the end of the day, if I'm being totally honest with you, it comes down to I'm sitting at my desk thinking to myself, I feel fairly confident we could probably play Phoenix. Maybe we could even play Carlsbad and play without fans and keep everybody else out and keep some personal distance. But can I live with it if I'm wrong? This is a decision I may not like, but I don't think I'll ever regret. Golf in the grand scope of sports is about as good as it gets. If you want 6 feet of space, you can get it. It's outdoors. You can keep some separation without fans. You get a lot more options. But, at least in our case, I can't speak to either other sports or other tours because that's not what I do for a living. But in our case, you're still bringing people in from all over the world through airports. You're still in player dinings. You're still in locker rooms. You're putting, in my case, almost all of my volunteers at my next 3 events out west are fairly elderly and right in the kind of the strike zone of who's most concerned about this. So I wouldn't want to. Of course, I think about my players and my caddies, but you got to think about your volunteers and everybody else on this tour that has to kind of travel with it. And I'm definitely going to have some players and caddies that if I got them here for Phoenix this weekend, I'm not sure they can get home. I'm not sure they could even get here this weekend. But, right now, a lot of people don't want to be in airports. They don't want to be in hotels, and they don't want to be away from home. And I understand that. And like any sport with a lot of athletes, I've got athletes on both sides. As soon as they hit the send button, I heard from 100 people that love me and 100 people that hate me, which is the beauty of the job. But like I said, it's one of those decisions that, somebody could argue you could have definitely played Phoenix or you could have definitely played Carlsbad, and maybe you're right. I just wasn't willing to live with being wrong.